Alright, Shalom.
Shalom.
First, I'm going to give honor to God's praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, and Kakadash. Doba's apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace to Akim that's doing this work on the four corners of earth, risking lives and your freedoms that you do so well. I'm Brother DeWatt from the GMS Detroit camp.
This is Brother Zion from the GMS Detroit camp.
And what's going on in Ukraine right now is really going to be the future of what's going to happen in Babylon the Great, which is America. Okay? So that's going to come here real soon. Alright? But I want to play this video clip right quick. It's only 3 minutes. And we go into some scriptures.
Been an horrific 24 hours. The hospital directors take me to see soldiers injured on the Eastern Front. Staff Lieutenant Andrei was lacerated with shrapnel. He's heavily medicated, but says as soon as he's recovered, he wants to fight again.
Попали под минометный обстрел, первые приняли удар на себя, после чего заняли свои места в окопе. Понимаем, что получили ранения. Видели, что приезжает мимо скорая помощь, решили не сильно геройствовать, решили, что немножко нас подлечили.
In another room, Vadim has just come out of surgery. He's in pain. Dr. Alexei says he expects to see many more blast injuries in the days to come.
Я думал, сколько мы удержим? 2-3 дня, 4, сколько простоит? Продержимся. Ну, может быть, надеемся, сегодня саммит НАТО или что там, может быть, они примут решение какое-то. Может, усадят его за стол переговоров, может, остановят стрельбу, переговорный процесс. Но мы делаем свою работу. Мы должны оказывать помощь, они должны защищать, а мы круглые сутки тут ждем, оперируем, помогаем, делаем свою работу.
But it's unlikely any help will arrive. Mariupol, like the rest of the country, is besieged and on its own. The people here are exhausted. They stay inside unless they need supplies. But after years of fighting, they're inured to the sound of war. Most don't even flinch when the shells start flying.
We're on the outskirts of Mariupol in the Eastern District. The front lines are over in that direction. We've been listening to the sound of a very heavy artillery battle. It's hard to say exactly how far it is away, but it sounds as though Russian forces are getting now much closer to the city.
And a sphere hovers over this place. A steady stream of evacuees are getting out whilst they can. This man's putting his wife and daughter on the train to safety before he goes back in the army.
Я раніше воював, військово підготовлений. Я чую свою зобов'язаність просто воювати. Подальше, як країна прикаже.
Many families will be separated in the days to come, and with the Russian invasion battering every corner of this country, there's no doubt there will be many more tears. Alex Rossi, Sky.
Okay, one that ended off with that. So yeah, you know, it's going down over there. You know, but that future is going to come over here. And brother, if you want to bring something out, I'll let you.
Because yeah, what you can take from that bed is that the dude was injured, right? He's bedridden, you know what I'm saying? But yet still, he still has the spirit of war on him. You know what I'm saying? You know, you would think like, you know, you put yourself in harm's way, you get hurt. You know, you would think, oh, okay, that's enough. That's enough. I ain't gonna, you know, put myself in harm's way again. But it's a spirit of war in the air, right? So that's why the dude is, you know, that's why he's so gung-ho to get back there on the battlefield, right? So let's bring this out. This is Ecclesiastes 3, and I'm gonna start at verse 1 and jump down. It says, "To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under heaven." Right? A time to be born and a time to die. Right? It's gonna be a lot of death, okay, in the midst of World War III. Okay, it's gonna be a lot of these soldiers. He was lucky enough, you know, to get hurt and, you know, go back out there again. But a lot of these soldiers that's go out, it's gonna be one and done. Right? It's gonna be a lot of bloodshed. Okay, in the streets of America and across the whole world. Right? In the process of this World War III, it says a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. I'm gonna jump down verse 8. It says a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. And that's the point. We're in a time of war, right? And that's why this Ukrainian was speaking like that. You would think he would have, you know, learned his lesson. But hey, this one is gonna be one for the record books. This is gonna be the war that end all wars. All right. Let's go right ahead. What's that? But I'll get this real quick, right? Because like the brother's also saying that, right, what's going on over there, all right, is going to happen, all right, on the shores of America, all right? All right, the men, okay, that's being drafted or that goes off to war, all right, for the American military, all right, it ain't going to be no coming back from that, all right? Once they go out, that's it, man. That's it. You know, there ain't gonna be no. They see Americans. They so used to being the victor. You know, what I'm saying, coming out on top, that they think, you know, that American forces is gonna wash, you know, Russia, and, you know, as well as their allies. They're gonna wash Russia, and that's not the case, right? Russia and all these other nations are coming against America. America spreads too thin, right? But oh, that's what I wanted. It's coming back to.
Was it Joel, something like that?
Joel, yeah, that's what I wanted. You know, the Lord is stirring this thing up, and it's a build-up. You know, they all wars that, you know, they're not over and done with overnight, but it's a build-up, it's a process, right? And this is the Lord's Spirit, all right, that's stirring up these nations to fight. You understand? So real quick, this is Joel 3, and I'm gonna hit verse 2 and jump down to verse 9. And it reads, Joel 3 and 2. In fact, start at 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, all right, Judah dealing with the southern kingdom, you know, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, all right, Jerusalem dealing with the northern tribes, all right. The Lord is going to save the elect, okay, in the process of thermonuclear missiles being shot over here in America. The elect are going to be saved out of it, you know. Verse 2, it says, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. And when you look at Jehoshaphat, all right, in the Hebrew it would be Yahweh-Shaphat, meaning the Lord's judgment, all right, which chiefly that is in that's over there in the Middle East, right, along the lines of the river Euphrates, right. That's where all men are going to gather, you know, for this incoming war. All right, it says, I will gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them, meaning he's going to judge those nations there. All right, I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and part of my land. Okay, let me jump down. This is verse 9. It says, claim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all men of war draw near, let them come up. All right, so that's again, as we're going into this, is the spirit of war being stirred up amongst all these nations. It ain't just gonna be the Ukrainians, right? Because like I say, it's a world war. You know what I'm saying? All nations are gonna be involved. You understand? This ain't gonna be no this is not just a Russian and Ukrainian conflict. All right, that's just how it's starting out. Man, process of time, all nations, the Arab nations, they gonna get involved. Right, Persia, you know, Iran, right? Well, Persia, which is Iran, all right, Libya, you know what I'm saying, Ethiopia, all the world nations are gonna join forces, right? And also going to turn on America. All right. verse 10 says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. All right. So all the weaker nations, all right, that once spent majority of their money in agriculture, all right, they've turned they basically have been investing their money into warfare. You know what I'm saying? And into their military. All right. Now you have these weak nations that have nuclear capability now. You know what I'm saying? So that's the weak saying I'm strong. They basically saying we on it's an even playing field. All right. You got missiles, we got missiles too. So what you want to do? So hey, America, they're in jeopardy. I just say that they're in jeopardy. All right. Well, America's military force being spread throughout all these different nations, they're basically spread too thin to the point they ain't even gonna be able to defend their own country. And America at the end game of this, they're gonna be annihilated. All right, through my nuclear warfare. I just leave it at that. You got something?
I got Jeremiah chapter 30 verses 7. Also, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is ever the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Okay, and that's talking about the 144,000 and the 1/3 of Israel, and they're the ones that's going to be saved. Okay, but the 2/3 are going to get their judgment. They're not going to make it. Okay,
That's right.
and we know which is coming. And I want to also end it on my back.
I just thought of Habakkuk too, right?
Okay.
But no.
Okay. But yeah, I also wanted to get this other one in Jeremiah. I want to get Jeremiah. Get that 51. Okay. Yeah, 51 and 1. Okay, Jeremiah chapter 51 verses 1. Thus said the Lord, behold, I will rise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst, that rise up against me a destroying wind.
Okay.
No.
Which, by the way, right, Babylon is America.
That's right.
All right, where you see Babylon, the daughter of Babylon. All right, these prophecies, all right, that was okay, scribed by the prophets. Okay, they were writing of a future Babylon. All right, i.e. being America. All right, because you still have Babylon of the old world, all right, which is modern day Iraq. It's still there. You know what I'm saying? You still got people, doing business in the land, dwelling in the land. All right, but America is the place that's going to become how the brothers say, a glass parking lot.
That's right.
Right, that won't be inhabited, all right, forever. Okay, so just so you know that. You can get any other point that was in there. What is that?
I'll get to the next one. And will stand unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empire
Empty
her land, for in the day of trouble they shall be against her around about. Okay, so yeah, that's gonna the end game is coming to this place from what I just read here. So yeah, pretty much, it's coming here, whether people like it or not.
Yeah, what it say? What it say? Basically surrounded. Let me see that part again.
Oh, you want to? Okay,
Yeah.
Give me a second. Let me go back here. All right, there you go. The first one or the second one?
I think it was the second. Yeah, in the day of trouble, they should be against her round about. Right. All these nations, okay, are gonna be surrounding America. All right, by way of their missiles. Right. You got all these nations basically pointing missiles, okay, or directed towards Babylon, which is America. Right. That's a fact. That's what's going on right now. All right, shit. Cuba, Russia, China. All right, they all have missiles already pointed towards America.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it's not looking good for America, man. So, hey, we're warning the people, all right, for you Israelites out there, all right, the so-called Negroes, Latins, and Native Americans, it's time to wake up because the doors of repentance are closing. You know what I'm saying? If you're on the fence about this truth, you better get in the gear. You know what I'm saying? And repent, all right? Seek the Lord while he may be found, you know?
We at the end game.
It's the end of this thing, man. We in the last of the last days.
Mhm.
You know, so and that's it, bro.
Yeah, all right. So with that, I want to give honors, go his places, due to Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Kakadash. Do bonus personnel. This is a great millstone, piece of Akim that's doing this work on the work on this earth. All right. Shalom.
Shalom.
Kwam Bakiyan.
Kwam Bakiyan.
Shalom.
Shalom.